Hey, welcome back. My name is Jay Oza. I teach, mentor, and coach people on public speaking so that they can get winning high stakes speeches, whether it's for job interviews, business or sales meetings, or even at conferences in front of large people. Today I'm going to focus on job interview tip. I recently helped a military veteran get a very nice job at one of the leading e-commerce retailer. You probably could guess who I'm talking about. And some of the things I did in coaching him may help you. I tried to simplify the entire interview process. This person is highly qualified. He's worked 10 years in the Navy, knows his stuff, he's worked with IT, but still he was a little scared about his technical knowledge, which is understandable when you're making a transition from military to civilian. And I asked him, what exactly concerns you? He said, look, Jay, I can do the job, but I'm just never been grilled on my technical knowledge. And he has quite a bit of technical knowledge. He knows networking really well. And he explained to me, look, I said, I know network management, network monitoring, anything to do with networks. He said, I can handle that. I said, that's great. You can only control what you control. You can't control things that are outside your control. So I said, focus on what you know and things that you don't know. Just say, look, I can learn fast. And in the military, you do have to learn fast. And I said, you have done it. He's got awards to back it up. So I said, you have all the credentials to get this job. So I said, but the one thing we have to do is you can't be talking too much about the military. You need to only use it if it helps somebody understand how you're going to help them in the future. I said, that's what the company is looking for. And I said, this particular company, when you look at their CEO, when you look at all the statements, it comes down to one thing. It's all about customers. So you've got to be able to answer this question. What's it all about? Customers. Every question, it's all about customers. It's all about customers. And I would ask him a question and he would give me the answer, and at the end, it's all about customers. What about this technology? I'll learn the technology if it's going to help the customers. And I said, if you have that message, then you have that mind melding that takes place between you and the interviewer. After that, you just need to explain it based on your vast background in the military. And you've got vast, but be careful. Don't go too deep into it. Take one snippet and use it. Unless they want more, then only give it. But don't give them too much, because you don't want to talk about the past. You want to be more about the future. The past should help you towards the future. It should paint a picture on what kind of employee you're going to be. You're going to take care of the customer because you've done that. You've taken care of the customer while you're in the military. And I can do the same. Knowing the technology, if I know it, great. If not, I'll learn it. So if you do that, you're going to make them comfortable, and you will not be interviewing. You'll look like you're already doing the job. And as it turned out, he just informed me yesterday he got the job. And I was very happy for him because he stuck to the game plan. And I said, in any interview, the one thing I always tell people that I coach is, you've got to win the game plan. You may not win the job because that's outside your control, but you've got to trust the game plan that we jointly develop. And if you stick to it, you may not get the job, but at least you will win the game plan. And that's the only thing you really control. And I said, at the end of the interview, with your closing, just say, so when can I start? And he told me he did that. And I said, you got to do it because you're not there to answer questions. You're there to get a job. And if you think you did a great job with the interview and you demonstrated your competence and your poise and your presence, then you got to ask for the job. You got to just say, don't ask for the job. When can you start? Be forward looking. And he was notified in a day that they were impressed, and he got the job. And I have to admit, I've now coached a number of military veterans, and every time I've coached them when it comes to interview, I've done extremely well. Now, I don't want to take credit for it. They have tremendous experience. All I do is help them apply that, map it to the particular job. And they're very coachable. And so far, I haven't failed a single one. And I don't think it's me, I think it's them. I just help them craft a message that resonates with all the background that they have. But you don't have to be a military veteran to get this. You can do it with whatever job you have. You got to map it to what you have done, to what the job is that you're interviewing for. Answer the question, what's it all about? Most of them is going to be about customers. I recently coached a person who got his medical degree, was interviewing for the residency program. I said, it's all about the patient. And he did that, and he got the residency at a very prestigious university. So answer that question when you're interviewing. What's it all about? And keep hammering that point over and over and over again. Because if it's not that, then you can't have that mind melding. The Vulcan mind melding from Star Trek that has to take place, for you two see eye to eye. And where you're going to see eye to eye, it's about one thing. It's either patient if you're in the medical field, customers if you're in the retail or whatever other field where customers the reason why you're all there for. If you do that, you can do well and walk away with an offer. Believe me, I've done this a number of times now. Okay? If you have any questions, comments, suggestion, ideas, let me know. And as always, thank you for watching and good luck with your next interview.